Hi everyone, welcome back to Create, Nourish, Move. I'm here with Roman today.
Hi guys.
For some food for thought. We decided we'd eat lunch while we do it because we're here to talk about why you can eat healthy and how you can eat healthy on a budget and why health doesn't need to be super expensive. We're eating a pretty cheap tofu scramble that we made with lots of fresh veggies. Didn't cost us much. Fruit and veggies really are, I think, what you need to be healthier, especially if you don't eat a lot of them. Adding more in could be key to becoming healthier, and it's actually way cheaper than eating animal products. It's pretty much some of the cheapest stuff that you can find, especially if you're eating local and fresh.
This is like $2?
Yeah, so
Maybe?
like a huge bowl, gonna be full for a while after that, and it probably costs $2
maybe less,
per bowl,
maybe $1.50.
So especially if you're eating fresh and local farmers market foods, usually it's cheaper than when you're getting something that's imported because that costs extra money and time.
Most of people usually forget how investing in their health when they're young is actually probably the best investment they could do. Of course, like trying to be healthy is a journey, but the earlier you start this journey, and the more benefits you will have when you get old. Imagine if you reach like 60 years old and you can still work, you can still do your passion, you are more active, you can still run, you can still hike, you can still like play with your children, grandchildren, dogs, and everything. When I say investment, I don't say like spending thousands of dollars every month like a rent on your health. Especially when you go off college, you have this student mind when you have to buy all these cheap crap food. I mean, I went there, I had a lot of pasta because it was cheap and you want to survive on that. And all the saving you can do to, I don't know, to go to a vacation or something. But maybe after that you have to switch to another mode and say, okay, now I can afford it, I have a job, and maybe I can spend a little bit more money on food. I don't know, for organic, if you take organic sometimes, actually organic like is kind of expensive sometimes. Do we have to buy organic all the time to be healthy?
It depends, which is often the answer, but some information I find really helpful when trying to decide which foods you should buy organic. There's a list that comes out every year called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. It's 12 vegetables that have really high pesticide rates when tested. So the pesticides are sprayed directly on the part that you eat for that. So for the Dirty Dozen, so those vegetables and fruits. So it's a lot of fruits that you actually eat the skin. So apples, peaches, grapes, but there's other vegetables too, but those ones I might spring for organic. And then the Clean 15, the pesticide levels are way lower, if any, when tested. So asparagus, broccoli, onion, all of avocado, so all of those are on the Clean 15 list this year. So we'll add a link to that list in the description so you can check it out. I find that really helpful.
Okay. So I can have not too much chemicals in my veggies. So for the Clean 15, sorry.
Yeah, so for the Clean 15, it's probably okay to buy conventional, which is cheaper.
And we're talking just about health. Of course, we're not talking about environment. If you guys are involved in the also in environment journey, of course, like organics way make more sense. But we're talking for like, if you're really tight on budget, it would be a good compromise between money and health.
Yeah, definitely. And another place where you can compromise is instead of buying a super expensive gym membership is to do your yoga practice at home. You just need your body for that.
Yeah, running. That's just.
Yeah.
You have shoes already. Right?
Running, walking, hiking. There's so many things you can do. You probably already do some of these things, but if you look at it like that, as it doesn't have to break the bank every time you do something that's good for your health, and you're investing in your health later.
Well, actually, the gym we use, it's just $20 a month, $22 a month, and you can bring a guest every time. So
yeah, so it's like $11
$11 per person.
It's Planet Fitness.
So, yeah, it goes easy.
Yeah. So really, health doesn't have to be expensive or complicated, and you can cook really delicious food for cheap.
But you have to cook.
Yeah, you have to cook your own foods.
Because there's a very maybe a tiny percentage of restaurants on the market that are going to offer you healthy food.
Well, some of them can offer healthy food, but it does get expensive. Like most of the vegan restaurants or organic restaurants, the prices are so high, and
you can eat for like what, with tips and taxes, less $8.
And every time we go out, we buy drinks, and the bill just ends up being really expensive when we can eat for $5-10 at home.
And this is not even $2.
Yeah.
And it's delicious and it's healthy.
Yeah.
Non-GMO tofu.
And another key with home cooking that I've learned is if you use some of the same ingredients in most of your meals, like I always use the Bragg's amino or whatever kind of coconut amino I can get, miso, tahini. If you use these things, like you never waste it too. So a big part of it is actually getting the foods to cook at home and following through with cooking your meals, because lots of times things go bad in the fridge, and that's a really good way to waste money.
That's true. We try to go sometime for lunch in weekdays in some Asian food restaurant.
Yeah, I like Thai food.
Some of them are more healthy, like probably I think they are healthier than most of the other places, but still there's probably some stuff we could like put on side, but it's a good compromise for $10. You have a big amount of food. You can even box the rest if you're not that hungry, and you have leftover for the night. For Pinto.
Pinto
he loves
eats
even Asian food. He eats everything.
He doesn't care about the budget for his groceries.
That's true.
He's a kind of bougie dog. He wants to eat all the fancy stuff. In your natural grocery store or regular grocery store, a lot of times there's an area for sale fruits and veggies that are ugly or maybe don't look as attractive as some of the other produce. So that's a good place to look to find cheap stuff. We also like to buy our grains in bulk, so it lasts a long time, and beans, and buy them dried. Dried beans are way cheaper than the canned ones and better for you, less sodium. But we have it forever, and it lasts, and we use it all the time.
You can also try to grow your own vegetables. If you have a little yard, or if you have sometimes you have one more community yards in towns and city or neighborhood, it's easier to grow your own vegetables than breed your own cow. Oh, cheap. So yeah, it's easy. Even if you don't have much, even you have a balcony, you can still grow like a few herbs, like I don't know, cilantro, basil, this kind of things, and it's kind of fun also. I mean,
yeah. If you live in a city, sometimes there's community gardens, so you can take part in that. There's food co-ops too. A lot of times, organic food co-ops that you can work there. I know when I lived in Brooklyn, they had a food co-op that you could work there one day a week, and you get discounts on all of their organic produce. And a lot of times you can get CSA boxes from farms in your town, so you pay a certain amount per month, and they give you a whole bunch of stuff. If they have extra, if they have a good yield of crop, you'll get tons and tons of veggies.
The only thing we don't really find cheap and healthy is snacks. It's also not really good to snack, not really healthy. But sometime on the road, or if you guys are French or you know French, we have the apéro. Like it's like a
I've adopted this tradition.
It's usually a salty snack with a little bit of like a glass of wine before dinner. We do it like regularly, maybe like 2 or 3 times a week. Basically, like we have nuts. In France, it's usually nuts, chips. What else? Like sometimes bread and cheese, like all this stuff. I mean, with this kind of stuff, you can have it, but not in the big quantities. So yeah. We try to find something. Maybe now we're going to try to do some veggie snack. Yeah,
carrots dipped in hummus, something like that.
Yeah, we can make our own hummus. It's really easy.
Yeah, and it's cheap. If you buy one container of Sabra hummus in the grocery store, it's $5, and it's just a tiny one. And you can buy one.
For $5, you have like 10 pounds of, no, maybe not.
Yeah, whenever we make hummus, we have so much and it costs nothing, and we have so much that we can't even eat it all. So this is just what we do to prioritize our health and our finances, and we're curious about what you do too. So we want to know, what are your favorite money-saving healthy grocery tips? What are your favorite free outdoor activities? How you get your exercise?
Well, if there's really something that you like to do outdoor, I don't know, like something that's going to ask you for money, like use money for that. It's your passion that makes you feel good, like, you know, and then you have an impact of your mood, is an impact of your body, on your relationship, on your friendship. Invest on that. Invest in your pleasure and how is it, self-care? It's like, it's like a mind self-care.
Definitely.
I don't know, if you're a big fan of massage, take a massage a month, maybe a week if you can afford it.
If you like acupuncture, go to acupuncture. Yeah. There's great community acupuncture places where you can go and pay $20 and get a treatment that really makes a difference. Yeah. Please share in the comments, send us messages, and stay wildly well.
Bon appétit.
Bon appétit.
Gotta buy